Hi there everyone, my name is Austin.
And I'm Chris.
And today, we're going to show you how to play our game, Playground Throwdown.
Playground Throwdown is an easy to pick up game that promotes strategy, planning, and teamwork to make plays.
The theme is that you're all kids on a playground trying to be the last kid standing.
If your health ever falls below 1, then you're out of the game. To start off, open the box and take out all of its components. You will need to shuffle the 2 decks and distribute 1 playing board and 1 hit point marker to each player.
Notice how there is a kid slot and 2 items on the board.
Wow!
You will place your character in the kid slot and equipped items in any of the 2 item slots.
First, begin by distributing 3 of the shuffled kid cards face down to each player. Everyone selects one of the kids they want to use for the current game without showing it to anyone else.
Hey, no peeking!
When each person has decided, collect the unused cards and reveal your kid.
Each kid has a unique ability that comes with its own strengths and weaknesses. Try choosing different characters and you'll be surprised by how different each game will play out.
Now that everyone has picked a character, set up around the Playground Throwdown deck and distribute 3 cards to each player to start the game.
Let's do this!
When cards are used, they are put face up in the discard pile next to the deck.
There are 4 types of cards that come from the play deck.
Attacks are read and deal the amount of damage indicated on the card. When playing one, declare the target of your attack first and wait for the other player's response.
Hey, why me?
If the attack is successful, the target takes damage equal to the number written on the card.
For the special all-out attack, send the top card of the deck to the discard pile. If this card was an attacking card, add that value to the attack.
Hey, would you look at that? Counters are blue and are used to respond to another player's attack. Hides are the most common counter in the deck, and redirect the declared attack to another player. The more rare runaway and reflect cards are also powerful and will expand your defensive options.
Also in the counter cards are the situational Gang Up, Shared Pain, and Hug cards that can turn the tide of battle in an instant. Aside from these 3 counters, the other counters can only be played when you are the recipient of an attack or damage.
Next up, we got the item cards, which are yellow. Equip these cards on anyone and apply the effects on them. There are good ones that you want to put on yourself, and bad ones that you want to put on others. Each player can only have a maximum of 2 items at a time.
Actions are the last type of card and are green. These cards have a large range of effects and can set up powerful combos that can really give you an edge or dish the hurt.
If the deck runs out of cards, each kid will become tired and take 1 damage.
Afterwards, take the discard pile and shuffle it into a new deck to draw from.
Along with the 4 types of cards, there is also your character ability that you can use.
Some activate on your turn, such as Reckless Rachel, which lets you draw an extra card at the cost of 1 hit point.
So reckless.
While others are activated under special conditions. Troublesome Tommy's, for example, lets him force another player to discard a card when he gets hurt.
Wow, rude. Now with that explained, let's explain a player's turn. To start the game, place your hit point marker at 20. You'll be hopscotching your way down the board as you take damage. Now pick a player to start the game and go clockwise from there.
When you start your turn, draw until you have 3 cards. That means if you have 1, you draw 2. If you have 2, you draw 1. If you have 3, you don't draw at all. Don't worry if you have more than 3 cards when you start. You're allowed to use all of them on your turn.
You're allowed to play any amount of cards on your turn, but are restricted to only 1 attack. This means you can combo a stink bomb into a recycle, play 3 items, and so on.
Lastly, you can discard any number of cards you don't want to keep. This will end your turn immediately, however. You also can't hold more than 3 cards when you end, and will have to discard until you have 3.
As the game progresses, players will be eliminated until only 2 kids are remaining.
There can only be 1!
We call this part of the game LKS, or Last Kid Standing.
In LKS, certain characters are given an extra ability or received a replaced ability to aid them in a 1 versus 1 scenario.
For example, Copycat Kathy in LKS has her copy ability changed from having to flip a coin to straight up copying the other player.
There are more LKS abilities that change matchups between kids, so choose wisely who you want to take with you into LKS. Hint, maybe Princess Priscilla doesn't want to take Billy into LKS.
I see, because Billy does more damage while Princess takes more damage from attack. When the last kid has gone down, you have a winner.
Which is me, baby!
It's just a tutorial.
Well, that concludes our introduction into Playground Throwdown. Hopefully, you were able to pick up on how to play and develop strategies.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, where we will be bringing you interesting game modes, in-depth character analysis, updates to expansion kits, and more. Links are in the description.
Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. We read each and every one. See you soon!